Hello. I want to talk about what really causes a paper jam problem. There are three things that can cause a paper jam, which is, some of it is hard to troubleshoot, and some of them are easy. There's four things that can cause a paper jam problem to occur. One is a roller that has been glazed. By having a glazed surface during being worn. This can be corrected by using a paper roller cleaner. And I can also think that this can also be corrected by rubbing it down by wet and dry sandpaper. That is, I see, as a shortcut, but it is a workaround. You can replace a worn roller by simply replacing it with a new one. Number two, another cause of a paper jam is when the paper sensor is stuck. False paper. This is classed as a false paper jam. And these are harder to troubleshoot because most of the time it is overlooked. A sensor is a micro sensor, photo sensor, and it relies on a mechanical flag in order to detect if it's open. A sensor works by flag, that the flag is inside the photo sensor. This tells the sensor that there's paper present when it's not, and when this flag is stuck, it thinks that the paper is in the path when it's not, and that is what causes a false paper. And that is what causes a false paper jam. And those are hard. And those are hard to troubleshoot, and to actually correct it requires for the flag, for the sensor itself to be replaced, and some of it can be expensive as well. The registration sensor and the top page sensor, that is a common fault on the 41.5 paper jam, and that could also be a problem as well. Number three problem is also a gear train problem. A tooth can be broken along where the paper transport is done. Paper transport assembly gear train. If two or three teeth are broken or brittle, that can also cause a paper jam, and I have seen that more than once. There's a couple of gear on the LaserJet 4, for example, that runs between the rest of the gear cluster and the fuser gear. Number 4 that can cause a paper jam is paper skews on the cassette. Paper not being installed properly in the cassette, and somehow that can also if the paper is skewed in the tray and the paper is like feeding that way, feeding like that instead of straight, that can also cause a paper jam problem, and I've also seen that too. In a while I will demonstrate these theories in a practical sense. Today I'll only do it by theory. However, the paper feed assembly in the LaserJet 4000 is one of the main causes of the 41.5 error, due of it having a clutch that can also get stiff or stuck. Or the paper roll on the feed rollers, on the paper feed roller simply can also get worn too. And if they get worn, it's best to replace the feed assembly. The torque Q limiter, which is also called the clutch, which is located on the cassette near the separation rollers, which are blue, they can also get worn. And also on the shaft, the pickup roller shaft, which is D-shaped like shoes, D-shaped rollers, they can also get worn out and cause paper jams too. And if they are worn or slippery, they can also cause a paper jam problem. Another cause of a paper jam problem is faulty registration assembly fault of that being worn. Most likely, if that was worn, it will cause a paper skew or cause a jam underneath the toner cartridge. And also, if the delivery rollers are worn, that can also cause a paper jam, of causing accordion jams, which is also common in LaserJet 4. And the delivery rollers, the top one mainly, can also get can get glazed, and having that worn causes a accordion jam. So next time you have a paper jam, here's the things that you can look out for. Number 1 is glazed rollers. Number 2 is to watch how the paper is installed in the tray, and thirdly, the condition of the gears. Those are the 4 things that actually cause up. Another thing to watch for is the movement of the sensors, photo sensors in the machine. Those 4 things is the root of the problem of a paper jam. One of them, here in the 4000, you can look for worn rollers, number 1, the paper feed assembly, number 2, and the separation rollers, the separation pad of tray 1, the pickup rollers of tray 1, 2, 3, and if it's a TN model, tray 4. Thank you for watching, and I hope this video actually has helped. Thank you again, and Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, and may 2009 be a better year for all. Thank you for watching. Over and out.